Hello. Figured I'd throw out a Under the Cull of MS episode since I got Lemmy hanging out with me this morning. Can't really do much else when he's in my arms or in my lap. Uh, Figure really don't have too much exciting this week again. Another boring week. Trying to get stuff ready for winter time because we're gonna have our second snow of the year today in Wisconsin. I guess third one, but the first one didn't really count. It didn't really stick or anything like that. But today's supposed to pick up the wind and are supposed to get some flinging around this afternoon. So figure what the heck, get some videos out of the way so I can get some other work done. I'm gonna try and get my little snowblower apart today. It's just one of those that you got to take 50 bolts out of it to get down to the spark plug. So I gotta find. It looks like metric bolts and they're tiny. I gotta see if I can find my old quarter-inch drive set. See if I can get that figured out. Otherwise, lots of shoveling this year again. I wanted to give some shout outs to some of the guys and gals that I've been introduced to and meeting more of in the comic book YouTube community. Yeah, a lot of fun live shows that I've been attending and meeting a lot of great people, meeting a few people that are kind of annoyingly wanting to be aggressive and cause issues. So I just eliminate them from my screen. But some people that I recently met which I don't know too much about, that I'm gonna have to learn more about as I follow more of the shows. But you had Cliff on Comics, Digger Jim, Drew, Christina Payne's been throwing shout outs to everybody, putting up all their websites and stuff. She's awesome about that. Every time I see her in the chat. Um, and then Retroverse Man was another one I just learned about last night. You got Cup of Comics with that Will does that show, and didn't understand what the whole duck thing was. They were giving ducks out on different shows, and finally did the hashtag for it, and I won one duck on Will's Cup of Comics show. I really enjoy watching because he also watches football usually on Monday nights. Well, almost every Monday night when he does his show. So I get football play by play while I'm watching, which is fun. But he does unpacking videos and has his own little giveaway shows on Monday nights and stuff like that. But yeah, won my first duck. Had the drawing this last Monday for it, and I sitting here watching football, drinking tequila, and I come just waiting for the show to start. I was 45 minutes early, and by the time it clicked to check on the show, he was already like a half hour into it, so I missed the drawing. But I went back and rewatched it because he mentioned that my duck gave up a heck of a fight. Back and watched, and sure as shit, my duck was in first place almost all the way through the race until right at the end. Then two ducks flew past. Yeah, that was fun. My first duck race that I got to attend. But yeah, check out a couple of comics that I really enjoy watching Will, and he's got an obsession with changing his hair a lot. Just redoing it and stuff. Kind of, and I got my own issues with my facial hair and stuff. I'm constantly changing it around. I don't like sticking with one routine, and once it starts annoying me, then it goes. Gotta do something different. We got Crazy Hungarian who finally hit his 100th subscribers, so I'm looking forward to. He mentioned he wanted to do some live shows once he hits his 100th subscribers, so hopefully we'll see that. He's in the process right now of moving from the cold garage environment type. I think it's a garage or a shed, and into a room. So he's got to get all his new studio set up for that. I'm sure before he wants to start doing live shows. Um, we got from the desk of a small press publisher, Joe. He's published comics and likes to talk about the industry and stuff, and it's fun. He does a late night, I think it's Saturday show that I hop on usually, and or at least check out, depending. It all depends. If I'm on a laptop, I'm throwing comments out there on these shows. If I'm watching it on my TV, then I'm not. I don't have a way to type stuff. I'll usually go back if there's something I definitely want to say. I'll go back and rewatch the show and throw a comment. There's different shows, but usually I like to hop on or at least comment on a lot of the shows and see what's up. Uh, yeah, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, of course. Aaron, Cheap Comic Collector Rob, both do their claim sales. Psychotronic Squirt Gun's been doing extra ones, been doing dollar ones now on like Fridays and stuff. So just check his channel and see what's up. But his main one is the $2 claim sales on Monday nights, which I think he's going to keep going. Rob does the $2 claim sales on Saturday during the day. So you can check those out if you want. Got Swag Duh. He always has a lot of fun unboxing videos showing off the comics that he got. And he does a nice little shout out to everybody by throwing two screens behind him. Each one has a different creators show on their YouTube channels show up, and he gives the shout outs, which is awesome. Lets him play in the background while he's unboxing. I love watching, paying attention to the main one that's behind him, because sometimes you'll catch him pulling a comic and the screen behind him has the same style comic or something like that on there and stuff. It's just things like that. Same with uh was it Will? Yeah, Will at Cup of Comics was doing a show last week, I think it was, and then he threw Raging Rhino on there, his show, in the background, and just watching their lips while you could hear Will, and then watching Raging Rhino's lips while he's doing the play-by-play of whatever sport event he's watching, which I like Raging Rhino because he's a Colorado Avalanche fan. At least he wears the jersey, so I would assume. Uh, but yeah, that way when I can't see my Colorado Avalanche play hockey, I can catch his show, get the play-by-play from him at least, because it's very rarely that I can get a Colorado game televised up here, unless I catch a replay, which is a bummer. Uh, got Kevin from Random Rips. He likes to rip open a bunch of card packs and stuff like that. Also does comics and other things. He'll do sports cards, Pokemon cards, whatever he comes across. So that can be enjoyable. Lots of comic talk and stuff like that brings people on to different shows and talk about whatever. Higgy Pop is one of the highest energized characters I know. He just hit 700 subscribers, I know, this week. Uh, but yeah, he cracks me up. He has all kinds of little role playing skits and stuff like that he'll throw out there and have his little side characters and all that, and just always showing off some fun comics that he picked up at his LCS or at some show or something like that, or got mailed to him care package wise. Uh, and then yeah, Graphic Man Mike, I just been uh, following a little more and introduced to not long ago. We got Beck Neptune and Pizza Rat. they have a channel together. They got their separate channels. I'm trying to figure out which is their main one because I just did a unboxing video from them. They had a fun claim sale where they pre-recorded it. You went on, first come, first serve, pick what you want. I was the first one on there. I bought a nice little stack of comics. You can see the video I posted this week. If you want to check that out, got some awesome comics from them, all in beautiful condition. Couldn't go wrong for, I think that was a $2 claim sale also. Had to pay shipping, but it was only $8 to ship my box, so that was fine. Uh, there's no price gouging or anything like that. You're getting an awesome deal. You're getting $4, $5, $6 comics and special covers and stuff like that, and you're getting them for a couple bucks. It can't go wrong there. Saves you on the gas and all that stuff, running around to the shops and hoping that they got stuff in their dollar bins and stuff that you want to pick up. But that's I don't know. I'm hearing all these guys and gals, LCSs, local comic shops and stuff, that are having all these sales for these for $1 comics, 50-cent comics, all this, and it's like, oh hell, it's like we don't have nothing like that around here anymore in Wisconsin. You rarely see something like that. We have the next Milwaukee Mighty Con right around the corner. I think that's early February, so I'm looking forward to that. But I told the wife we need to do a half price books run or something here pretty damn soon, just to get my shopping bug out of me. It's not like I need any more comics. I got piles all around me that I gotta get through, and I got boxes and crates full out in the garage. So I got plenty that I'll never get through. But I got an obsession. I gotta keep buying stuff. Uh, let's see. And you got Hero in red tights. Richard. Uh, I think he's related to Matarog. Matarog's got a lot of fun stuff he does. I like his little group podcast where they get together and show us a lot of older comics and stuff like that. Just all kinds of different creators that we've been following and hanging out with and really enjoying the community. We got Matt from, oh no, Matt's channel, Heroes. Oh, dang it. It's one of those things where just brain goes blank. I wanted to say I got Heroes in red tights stuck in my head right now, but it's like Pizza Rat. I could not come up with his name the other day. It's like Beck. I can remember hers, but for some reason Pizza Rat just wasn't popping up in my mind. So of course, when you're doing a video, that's when you can't find the things you're looking for. But uh, Heroes for Hire Comic Club, that's Matt's. But yeah, lots of great people. There's a bunch I can't think of that I haven't mentioned yet. It's like I don't know too much about Josh from Comic Book Collecting Quest yet. I'm trying to learn as much as you can, but you can only watch so many videos of everybody when everybody's putting out half-hour to 3-hour videos, and the live events usually go 2-3 hours. So that time adds up and eats at everything else that you do. Ranger Sly, he's from Canada, another great uh, person in the chats that I've been enjoying. Some of my stuff. You got Heath Hoxie, easy comic reader. He's a blast. He's one of my main competitors in the claim sale. He likes a lot of stuff I do. Dr. Silver Age. Rod has lots of great knowledge about the gold, silver age, all the bronze age, and stuff like that. A lot of these guys have so much knowledge. I mostly Marvel DC related stuff, but so at least I can throw some independent stuff out there. But yeah, I can't compete with these guys. Pre MS brain collapse. I knew everything. It stuck in my head. Everything with cars, comics, sports, whatever. But now I struggle to even think of people's names that I went to school with and stuff. Can't even think of people lately. But Darth Gojira comics. He's been popping up all over the chats. Comics Embraced. Daniel. He's another great guy that's out there in the group. Scotty Scotty Dash Z70, I think is how his goes. Uh, Circumstances. I've been watching their shows more often. I caught like the second or third one that I've seen now that I've been part of. Well, just in the chats last night, but yet I noticed last night that I wasn't paying attention each time I go on there that you can just click the link and pop on. And all of a sudden, we went from having like 3, 4, or 5 people on the screen to having a screen of like 10 people on there. So next week, maybe I'll pop on and show, shoot shit, say hi. And Lady Fantastic's one that's part of that show also. That's where I found out about her, and she's another fun one that's in the group. But yeah, there's a lot of great ones. A couple annoying apples out there, but that's where you just squash them and sit there and unsubscribe. I tried. And now you're gonna give any names out there, but the one I subscribed to 3 different times, and every time I do go on, and there's another video or yelling at someone else. It's like, really? Are you Mr. Perfect? I mean, come on, for Christ's sakes. Get off your high horse. People do stuff. It's life. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. And yeah, words can hurt you, but there's also a point where you gotta grow up and realize it's a whole world out there. Not everybody has to follow everybody else's rules and like everything that everybody else likes. That's what's nice about the community that I am sticking around with. We get so many different types of comic followers and people that enjoy so many different things. It's like even the claim sales. It's getting to the point where almost everything is getting picked up that's getting thrown out there. So it's you got it. Quite a few people that are popping in claim sales more and more each week it seems, which means more and more competition, which sucks. I've been losing out on a lot of them last couple of weeks that I wanted. Really bummed out about a few comics I really wanted to get my hands on, but I was trying to search for them in the really real world in the future. Uh, but yeah, that's all the shout outs I can think of offhand. That's quite a few. I had but video game wise, I haven't played with the. What did I pick up on the MetaQuest VR with my sale thing? Wasn't Starship Troopers. Can't remember. I mentioned it last week, I think. Still haven't sat down and messed with it. So got to do that. But I did have to use up a couple dollars of my Microsoft points that I had left over from the last time I purchased stuff. So I cashed in some more points for another $10 or so worth of credit. And then I went through the Black Friday sale, and I was going to get Resident Evil 4, the remake, but not really in the mood to play that at the moment yet. And I was going to I want to get the new Starship Troopers now that I found out it is on the Xbox. I was going to get it on the VR MetaQuest, but it's just more enjoyable to play it with controller than to play it with the VR headset. The VR is nice, fun. You're in the moment and all that, but it can be a lot of work when you have MS and every cell in your body is beaten and bruised and feels like someone just took a hammer to every hair follicle, every atom in your body, everything, nucleus. But yeah, so every movement you make is just a ton of freaking pain. And doing the VR, a lot of the games, I'll be lucky if I can get through the training program. By the time the game starts, I'm done. My body's can't move anymore. So I can only do 15 minutes or so at a time. So that sucks. That's why I'd rather have Starship Troopers on the Xbox because I know that's a game that I will veg the shit out of. Uh, but I can't think there's what was the other one I was considering getting on the claims or on the Black Friday sale for Microsoft. It might pop up later. But oh, I forgot. Did I forget again? We can't have that because we want to get through these. I only got a few more left. But yeah, our question and answer segment of the show. Usually give the questions out at the beginning. Totally forgot to here. I'm showing you off the stuff. It would help if I could find some glasses. All right. 6 questions today are Star Wars related, of course, again. Who joined up with Leia, Lando, Chewbacca, and C3PO as they were on their way to intercept Boba Fett's ship? Question 2. How many engines power an escape pod? Question 3. What groups stayed behind to fly the snow speeders on Hoth, according to a rebel officer? Question 4. Where did Darth Vader die? Question 5. What was the second thing Han Solo requested from C3PO after they became part of the Ewok tribe? And question 6. Who was sitting immediately behind Obi-Wan when Luke's land speeder entered Mos Eisley? I don't know a lot of those answers. I'm going to be pretty bad on them this week, I think. So you'll see the answers towards the end of the show. But yeah, getting back to the video games. No, can't think of the other one I was going to pick up. But what I did pick up was Squirrel with a Gun. And yeah, it's exactly that. It's you play as a squirrel. You take on these agents, these bad guys or whatever, kick the crap out of them, and when they drop a weapon, you can grab the pistol or whatever and run around shooting things with the pistol. It's actually plays really nicely, smoothly, fun. You can do your little squirrel karate, jumping karate chops and stuff. Uh, but yeah, I love that game. I've only played it for about an hour and a half so far, but yeah, it was very enjoyable playing as a squirrel, kicking the crap out of them. So curious what kind of weaponry will be in the later stages, but for now, that was definitely worth picking up. Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe Edition, I think, or something like that. They had out, so I was going to try and sorry about that. Try and uh, pick that up and see if I got into it as much as I did back in the day when I had the original Roller Coaster Tycoon on the computer and got addicted to it back then. So I figured that would be a worthwhile one, but I couldn't pass up on Squirrel with a gun. So other than that, that has nothing to do with the show. I'm just trying to block someone off, so block the interruptions off. Uh, the last thing I can really think of talking about is TV, movie, entertainment. It was mostly Netflix pretty much last week because I'm trying to get rid of Netflix. Price is just not. All these platforms, they raise their prices and it seems like they're bringing out less content, which I don't understand. It's like a year ago, I felt like, or during COVID and all that, it just felt like they were bringing new stuff out weekly. And now it's like, I just seen an advertisement for something for new Star Wars thing coming out on Disney Plus. It's like, what is that the first thing that you guys advertised in 3 months? And it's just, and you're raising your prices to the point where we're almost paying 20. Oh, some of them we are paying $20 a month on, and it's like, really? I used to have everything I needed on my satellite dish for $50 a month. So when I can only have two or three platforms and I'm paying 60 plus a month overall for all those, it's just, yeah. And I stupidly was thinking New Year's Day for the big sales on all the platforms, and stupidly it's Black Friday. I don't know why I screwed that up. I didn't get rid of all my platforms before Black Friday so I could take advantage of some of the new deals, which was stupid because half the have, well, almost all of them had like a $2, $3 deal that you could have picked up for a few months. Uh, so yeah, kind of irritated that I screwed that up, screwed the pooch again. But oh well, I'm burning up Netflix first, get rid of that, and then we'll get rid of Cinemax, the Hobo Max or whatever you want to call it. Get rid of that and Hulu maybe. I don't know. See what they come out with. They got the final season on What We Do in the Shadows. I'm looking forward to watching that. I can't think of anything big that we were gonna watch on Cinemax. That still there might be something coming out. I think there was like Dark Shadows or something vampire-ish coming out that the wife wanted to watch. But anyways, I rewatched Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe Origins, just because there's been so much G.I. Joe crap out there. It's alright. I just, it ended up just being background noise pretty much while I was working on other stuff. Working on the 3 seasons of Rust Valley Restorers, where you got this D. Snyder character that's got an auto shop, tons of scrap metal and scrap cars laying around needing to be fixed up and sold. Tons of money sitting there if they just go one car at a time and just get them fixed up, put them for sale. If they don't sell, set them aside, go to the next one. I know it costs a lot of money to get them running, but the way they're doing them, they're half-assing them anyways. So getting the main parts in there, but a lot of it's just clean up and reuse type things. So hey, do what you can, set the car aside, put a price tag on for someone to finish it if they want to buy it. And if you get a chance to finish it yourself later on down the road, then grab it again and do it. But It's his sidekick character is too annoying to me. He's just always doing his own thing. Won't listen to our D. Snyder character. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna probably watch the last season and a half of that. I got about halfway through and I'm just burnt out on it. Just let it play in the background. Uh, we also got the wife had a couple movies in her list. Mother of the Bride with Brooke Shields. That was all right. Uh, no connection with Father of the Bride. Just a whole different movie. But it had its funny parts and stuff. But just a typical Lifetime style movie. As far as I was concerned. Also, The Union with Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry. That one again. I'm not a big Mark Wahlberg fan. I can take him or leave him, depends. I've yet to make it through the, what is it, Father of the Year or whatever with Will. Uh, Brain just went blank. But you'll know if you know the movies. Those two are, did, uh, or is it, no, it was Daddy's Home or something like that. I don't know. They had a uh, couple of those movies that they did, but I just couldn't get into those back then. This one was all right, but good variety of action and stuff going on. Just storyline was didn't really pull me in enough that I'd go back to it or anything like that. But we rewatched The Last Dragon. Sure enough, uh, it's just a classic movie, very Gordy. Just seen it plenty of times, but haven't watched it in a while, so I decided to do a rewatch on that one. Always enjoy that with Bruce Leroy and Show Enough, the Shogun of Harlem. Uh, then yeah, Anthony Jeselnik's Bones and All stand-up comedy special. That was great, as always. Another top-tier comedy special. Kept your attention the whole episode. I wanted to go to it live because I follow his podcast, and for the past year or so, he was talking when they started going over all the bones and all crap and all that stuff. He was talking that he wanted to do his next big special in Milwaukee. I'm like, it'd be a fun one for me and the wife to go to because she enjoys watching his stand up too. And yeah, it came and gone before we knew it. And watched special, and it was a great one. I liked it. She liked it. Definitely got 4 thumbs up. But yeah, that's all I can really think of entertainment wise, and that was all mostly all Netflix style stuff. Go over the questions one last time, see if we know any of these answers. Who joined up with Leia, Lando, Chewbacca, and C3PO as they were on their way to intercept Boba Fett's ship? I'm gonna say R2D2. Yeah, it is R2D2. I figured that was wrong because thinking that happened when Luke and R2 went off to go see Yoda. How many engines power an escape pod? I'd say 2, probably 1 or 0 if it's just being launched. They got 4. Usually escape pods are so small, you wouldn't think they'd have that many engines on them. And usually only hold like 1 or 2 people. What groups stayed behind to fly the snow speeders on Hoth, according to a rebel officer? Well, I would assume they'd be just the normal speeder guys, but I don't know what you'd call them. What groups stayed behind to fly the snow speeders on Hoth, according to a rebel officer? It was 7 and 10, so I would have never guessed the numbers. Where did Darth Vader die? Well, in the Death Star, wasn't it? And he got thrown down the shaft. Yeah, on the second Death Star. What was the second thing Han Solo requested from C-3PO after they became part of the Ewok tribe? I don't know. Some type of wedding thing? I don't know. Fresh supplies? Okay. Then the last one is, who was sitting immediately behind Obi-Wan when Luke's land speeder entered Mos Eisley? Chewbacca? Oh, R2-D2. So, I sucked. But that's it for today. Thanks for following Under the Call of MS. Make sure you subscribe, like, rate, review. Give us some comments. Answer back. And keep following the show. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club. I think we got one we're doing this weekend. So that should be out next week. But yeah. I'm going to put some of those old ones into my YouTube so people can check those out. Also on there, on my channel. So I'll just put episodes that I was part of, do some creator interviews and stuff like that we had. But yeah, we'll keep putting out the weird as long as you keep checking it out. All right. Take care. Thanks. Bye.